Hello, friends. It's Mrs. Jane on Thankful Thursday, October the 22nd, 2020, with all the terrific news you can use about our terrific day at school today. And so, how did it go? Terrifically, of course. It was off to a soggy start, but we didn't let the rain slow us down. We came straight in, did a little temperature check, moved our way down those stairs and jumped right into our routine. Folks, of course, hung up their jackets and their backpacks, put their folders in the take-home box, make sure to sanitize their hands, sign in on our sign-in board before moving off to those tabletop activities. And speaking of those, today on Table 1, we did some more of our letter and non-letter sorting. Remember, we're concentrating on our first initial, that special letter. And then we got a chance to look at color orange there as well and do a little fine motor practice using our crayons. We colored a jack-o'-lantern orange. After that, on Table 2, and this certainly was the fan favorite this morning, we used some square blocks to make square towers. And the kids were just on their plate, square plate, of course, stacked their blocks up to see how high they could stack before it toppled over. And then, of course, we had to count the number of blocks. So we had a little fine motor work there. We had a little counting there. And we looked at the shape of square. Lots of good learning there. On table number 3 today, we worked a little bit more with our square. And this time, there was a square printed on a piece of orange construction paper, and we filled the inside with interesting looking Halloween pasta. And then on table number 4, we made a little puppet of Peter's wife in and out of her pumpkin. We did a little gluing there. And then you'll see it comes home. Wifey was able to come out of the pumpkin, go back in, go out and in. Yeah. And then, of course, there was our typical Play-Doh there to strengthen your hand skills. After tabletops were all cleaned up, we moved off to our Rock-A-Motion Choo-Choo. Once there, got our ticket, of course, the beautiful orange square. Then we did a little practice counting, of course, in all 3 voices, all 3 kinds of claps, the whisper, the classroom, and the loud, before taking ourselves over to our Hello Circle. Once in the Hello Circle, we introduced our persons of the day, did our Pledge of Allegiance to be good citizens, sang our good morning song, a little ABC rock to get us listening to the different letters of the alphabet, a little 7th inning stretch where we did our fists and then did that push and count 1 to 10, a little stomp and count 1 to 10 before sitting back down and getting out our shapes, the red circles and the orange squares. Did those 2 types of songs, put those things away, and then headed into a little storytelling with our fingers, our finger plays, the standards, hand chant, and 10 red apples, and then the 5 little jack-o'-lanterns sitting on a gate. After that, we stood up for a little dancing, and this started with I'm a Little Pumpkin, followed by head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Once those were finished, we then separated into our smaller groups. And on the art side of things today, Mrs. Ann was having everyone create a pumpkin patch, but this time we did so on a black construction paper. I guess it's the pumpkin patch at night. And we used 3 wine corks taped together to make a group of 3 pumpkins in orange paint, and then a little dash of green stem and, green leaf and a little dash of brown stem. On the literacy side of things, we always start with our conversation with Hickety Pickety Bumblebee, where we can say our names, and then we followed that up with a little rhyme remember. Johnny and his rhyme did our closure activity, and you'll see when you come in, parents, the closure activity, it's actually, as we said, that kindergarten work where Mrs. Jane starts and the group says the last word in the line of the rhyme. And we usually do that once we're pretty sure of the words of the rhyme. After a little remembering with Johnny, then it was time to remember with Peter and his wife. So we talked about those characters, their story, said their rhyme, and then we expanded on that concept we started on Tuesday about in and out. Originally on Tuesday, we just had Peter and his wife going in and out with the pumpkin. But today, we all got to go in and out. It was an in and out obstacle course. And so the kids had the chance to go first in a plastic box, big plastic box, and out. Put the horses in the barn, take them out. Go in the hula hoop, go out. Put the king and queen, the prince and princess, in their royal carriage, then take them out. Travel in the tunnel and out. And on the other side, we did things like hammer the plastic nails in the tool bench and pull them out. Put the orange square bean bags in the black cauldron and take them out. Put wifey in the pumpkin, take her out. And then finally, one of the last steps was to take a little break in the big fire truck tent. So lots of in and out, lots of fun there. Once our groups were finished, then we moved off to chance for the necessary room, free read in the library, and all those delicious and nutritious snacks that you sent from home. After those were finished, then of course it was time for centers, and as today is Thursday, we had, of course, slide day. So folks headed for the slide, or housekeeping, or the farm, or today painting at the easels, or our vehicles for, as I say, for a ride, our action toys like the bouncy balls or the sit and spins. And once our centers were all cleaned up and that was all finished, we headed over for a little story today. And let me get that one right, parents. I don't want to mislead you on the title there. Let's see. What is Halloween? And that one by Harriet Seifert is fun because, again, it's one of those flat books where the pictures can open like a door. Always a nice surprise underneath. And then after our story was finished, of course, it was time for show and tell. We always love the show and tell items. After that, a little recap. We talked to our Share Bear, got a chance to tell him the kinds of things we liked about our day at school, had our goodbye song, a little treat, got our backpacks and all of our belongings before heading up the stairs and out the door to you to enjoy the rest of our Thankful Thursday. Now, let's see what our customer service announcements are today. Looking ahead at our new week, there'll be a new color for us. It's color black. Also, I would tell you that the shape will stay the same as square. Rhyme will stay Peter Peter for the time being. Remember, your Scholastic book orders due next Thursday on the 29th of October. And speaking of next Thursday, October the 29th, that's when we're going to celebrate Halloween with the Terrific Threes. Remember, all the students and the working parents and Mrs. Ann and me will all be in costume. And we also say that children can share individually wrapped treats with their friends if they'd like to. We're also trying to work out a little kind of a Halloween parade at the end of the day when you come for pickup, moms and dads, but of course that's weather dependent. So we'll get some more details of that out to you before the day actually happens. Yeah? Okay. And I think that just about does it for one terrific day at school. As always, if you have any comments, any questions, any concerns, please reach out. We're here to hear and help. And always a good day to have a good day at Jack and Jill. Talk soon. Bye now.